So this is Adrenochrome, and this is the Adrenochrome of 2017. Yeah, written by Trevor Sims, directed by Trevor Sims, starred Trevor Sims, Larry Bishop, and Tom Sizemore also makes an appearance in this movie. This is an interesting film. It's the story of a young American veteran who gets involved with a gang of Venice Beach psychos who are killing people and to extract a psychedelic compound from their victims' adrenal glands. So the reason I'm even bringing this up, Steve, of course, because we talked about the Sound of Freedom that got us a little bit of a traction there and got us a little bit in trouble. So I wanted to talk about this film because, of course, everyone is talking about the Adrenochrome conspiracy with this. So I decided to check this movie out, and it's interesting because and fun fact, everybody, I'm pretty sure the first time you ever really heard about all this was from Hunter S. Thompson, because I don't remember it ever really being talked about until I read it in his books and then I seen it in the movies. And what's interesting about this film, Steve, so I just gave you the rundown of it, but it is more than that. And the movie, sorry, Trevor, it doesn't really make a lick of sense. I mean, it's an interesting film. It's exactly the way you've seen it. You got this guy who's basically on Venice Beach and he's going around and he's looking at, all the crazy, people you see on Venice Beach. It's basically if you were taking a walk. And at first it almost seems like this just kind of like, handheld footage, like kind of film, those films where you see the people kind of looking, I was like, oh, look, they're filming a movie here and everything like that. So yeah, you got those parts, but then he goes into this place and he actually gets the, adrenochrome drink for no reason, I might add. So I didn't understand this part either. I mean, the guy, it says he gets involved with this psychedelic, with this gang, and then all this. But realistically, the movie though, it starts out with him on this trip here in Venice, and it's funny because, so as I mentioned, the first time I ever heard about the whole adrenochrome gland was from Hunter S. Thompson, and it's hilarious because once he drank the drink, Steve, he got crunk. I'm just kidding. No, of course he tripped out. But guess who he saw? Guess who he saw?
Who's that?
He saw Hunter S. Thompson. There's actually a moment where he actually, and this is, it's interesting. And I hate to say this about this film because I don't normally say this. What a thirsty movie this was to get people who are behind like Fear and Loathing and the whole drug culture into this movie.
Gonzo?
Steve, I'm not even joking. That was real. So you basically had a guy, and he actually did a pretty good job. Actually, I thought he actually did a decent job. You had this guy dress up. He looked like Hunter S. Thompson from Fear and Loathing when he had the hat with the American flag and the glasses.
I'm seeing him.
And
now.
he had the and he was like, "Come on, we gotta find the American dream." And it was almost like, and I hate to say it, I mean, and you had the Lizard King in here too. You had all kinds of stuff. Trevor Sims played West, but the whole time West is going through the stuff. He's seeing all this psychedelic trip stuff, and all I can keep thinking is, man, what a good movie to do like a homage to. It's kind of almost like, if you can't beat them, steal them. Because you basically made a movie that was almost a homage to Fear and Loathing. I mean, I was pretty much like more interested, and I was like, wow, this guy actually did an interesting homage with the dude that's dressed up like come on, why should we gotta go find American Dream? And I was like, that's interesting. I was like, that moment right there, I was like, you had me. But the rest of the film is just so poorly executed. I just really I didn't get through all of it. I hate to say it. I didn't get through all of it. No, because it was interesting in most people. I got bored pretty quick because I did, because it is
surprising.
Why is that surprising?
I don't know, man. I wouldn't call you the biggest Hunter S. Thompson fan in the world, but I would definitely say that you're very familiar with his work.
I love Hunter.
Something like this. That was it. Just too on the nose. What
it was. That's exactly what it was. It was too on the nose, Steve. It was it was thirsty.
Gotcha.
It was thirsty because I was just like the whole time, like when I was watching it, Steve. I literally expected. I was like, oh god, they just need, because the whole movie is, of course, a big rip. I mean, there's even bats kind of flying around when he's driving around in moments, right? And it's so silly too because the movie almost tries to play like it's in like almost like early,
what?
I don't know, like an earlier time period, and it's just, and I hate to say when I say execution's bad, it's like this is how you make a really lazy time period piece.
Oh,
That's kind of I don't know what he was supposed to go set this movie in, but it was I don't know I don't know what you were going for. All I thought you were going for was a Hunter S. Thompson homage film to his one idea, and this one, huge homage to the Adrenochrome thing that you just took and ran with because it's like, God, dude, everyone is talking about this now. Like the elites are draining the blood of children and they're using it for the Adrenochrome, and it's like, this has been proven to not be real, and it's just I don't know, because in a way, like I thought the homage was cute, but in another way, I'm like, you're just placating more into the bullshit that other people believe. You know what I mean?
Let me just read you a comment, man.
Okay.
Okay, this is from 2018, December 22nd. Starving Delvinos from IMDb commented on this film, giving it a 10 out of 10, saying it was very original. I liked all the trippy effects and lucid plot points. Lewis Smith and Tom Sizemore were awesome in it. It was great seeing them work together.
Okay.
I mean, here's another one from Tomor, gave it also a 10 out of 10. Very busy movie for being shot on such a low budget. Period.
That's why I said busy.
Only thing
That's a good
he
point
said.
of it.
There's other people saying that this is an instant cult classic.
I wouldn't hold
cult. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't hold. Okay, a cult of maybe 12.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm in love with the rawness of this film. It's crazy, it's cool, it's hot. I can't wait for the next one. Excellent film, very well written and thought out. It's a class of its own.
No.
It's in a class of its own, Rob.
No,
That's saying
not.
First of its kind, which is very refreshing.
You know what it really reminded me of a little
films.
bit? I got the same impression from House of a Thousand Corpses. The
Oh,
first one.
Really?
The way, yeah, it was. It was
raw. It was raw.
Like I just said, it was like I like that description, raw, because it really was. It was like, remember what we said about House of a Thousand Corpses when we did our retro review of it? It was like Rob Zombie thought this was going to be his only movie, so he threw every single thing and everything at the wall, right?
Yeah, and that's what kind of people hated it and loved it because it was.
I love it for that because it's so all over the place. However, this one, it's not original. Like, I don't care what those people say. It's not fucking original.
Yeah, I don't know how you could be original, Rob, if you're naming your movie a Adrenochrome. How?
I don't know how you can be original if you're just doing a big ass homage to Hunter S. Thompson.
And you have him in the film. Like, the thing about that is that's kills your film, right? Like, if it's an homage to Hunter S. Thompson, you have all these isms from Hunter S. Thompson in it. Why would you have him in the film?
Because you know what that is? That's what we call holding the audience's hand.
Right
there.
And blatantly.
And you know what? That is a great point, Steve, and I'm glad you brought that up because that is exactly what this film did. It held your hand and made you fall for the whole, this whole atmosphere of what it is. And it really, guys, don't fall for this movie. It really is just dragging you along because it is playing so much into Hunter S. Thompson. It's playing on your love for Hunter S. Thompson.
Were you offended by that?
I was offended. It's cute. That's all I can say.
Right.
That's the score I'll give it. It's cute. It's a cute movie.
What's your score? What you out of?
I told you it's cute.
This cute out of 10.
No, it's a cute out of 10. Honestly.
That's acceptable.
Adrenochrome, I mean, if I'm being fair, and if I'm being nice, I would give the film, honestly, maybe a high 5. Not a high 5. I'm just kidding. No, like a 5.9. I'd almost give it a 6. Okay. Like, yeah. I mean,
worth the watch for one time. I mean, you didn't finish it.
I didn't finish it, but I'll never watch it again either.
Man,
it just didn't interest me. I just thought, like I said, it was just dragging you along through a Hunter S. Thompson homage, which I thought it was. That's why again, I don't like it. And this goes back to when we talk about movies like The Crow, for example. Yeah. And this was something like one of our crew members kind of proved to us here on this podcast. It's like, you're not in love with the movie. You're in love about the mystery of the film. You're in love about the dark history, the the atmosphere, the aura of the movie. The film itself is just okay. Like, it's just okay. It's just an okay movie. I'm not being mean. It's just okay.
I mean,
You know?
they're blatantly saying, Rob, that this is a cult classic. It came out in 2017.
Yeah.
It's not old. It's
I
like a
know,
buried
Steve.
treasure.
I know.
3.8 out of 10 from IMDb, by the way. Rotten Tomatoes scores it at an 80%. No review scores. 80%.
Yeah. See, like I said, and you know what else movie that sounds like too? Sounds like Sound of Freedom.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hmm.
Ooh.
And again, that's what it does. And that's why I think too, you got people who are using this movie on a political basis and people who just are being drugged by it because they love Hunter S. Thompson. They think, oh, because it has Hunter S. Thompson, I have to love it.
Well,
I love Hunter S. Thompson, and I didn't really find it that good.
it just makes you want to watch Fear and Loathing.
Yeah,